when you think about what I call the battle of the substrates, which is all the different packaging materials kind of vying for the position of most sustainable, I find that there's a different narrative depending on which substrate you're coming from. I know that glass tends to talk about the high level of reusability, the fact that glass is typically inert if it goes into the ocean. Metals has a similar narrative as well. How do you think about the sustainability narrative behind plastic?
I think it's really important to look at the life cycle assessment. So Amcor has an internal tool called Asset. It's a proprietary tool verified by the Carbon Trust. And it's really important to look at the overall life cycle assessment of the substrates you're looking at and comparing them that way. Because if you just look at a material on its emissions factor basis, one could look better than another. But PET is lighter weight, so you can use less material. It's lighter to transport. So when you're looking compared to glass, you want to include transportation because you'll probably need fewer trucks to move more material or use less fuel to move that material. So it's important to look at the picture holistically when you're choosing which substrate to work with. I will mention that the plastic industry does have farther to go in terms of decarbonization. We do use some aluminum in our flexibles business and found that they are able to switch to renewable electricity. So we're really putting a lot of pressure on our chemical providers or chemical resin raw material manufacturers to move more towards renewable electricity, to invest in net zero carbon operations. So we are doing our part there. Additionally, you could look at recyclability as well when choosing a substrate. So I know you mentioned the recyclability of glass and aluminum, but additionally, plastic can be turned into the circular economy and reused heavily.